So whatever. Okay, cool. That's up. Let me go live on Discord. Not this camera. Where is it? Gohan, Habib, Teacup. Good to see all you guys. Ethan! What's up, Ethan? Saw you learning some math with Noise. That's always fun. All right, I'll stop music. I do really like the music. I'm a big fan of the music, actually. Very catchy. Catchy. Let's see. Is my pen working? Everything working today? Stream's working? Yeah. My mic level's okay? Yep, mic levels are good. Wow. So happy.
Oh.
What's up, Teacup?
Hello.
How's your weekend, dude?
It was good. My school ends tomorrow. That means summer.
That's dope.
That's dope. You do anything crazy cool for the summer?
I'm going to Disney. But that's kind of sick casual experience.
Disney's sick. Wait, down in Florida or in LA?
Florida.
Okay.
I ain't visiting you.
Oh man, dude. LA's dope, dude. It's
Besides,
dope.
you'd have to buy the tickets to come see me.
That's true. That's true. I do need to come to Virginia at some point. I don't think I've ever. Wait, I have been to Virginia. I take that back. I was in Virginia in it must have been like February of 2017. It was for a wedding. I think it was outside of like Arlington. Is that in Virginia?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's in.
I'm from Florida.
Yeah, but you live in Virginia, right?
Yeah, but I don't care if it's Virginia.
Oh, okay. You're from Florida, but you live in Virginia, but you don't know about Virginia? What's up, Susan Bell?
Yeah, because I don't care if
Oh, okay. That's cool. Oh, we do have the poll. Yes. Ooh, yeah. Last I saw, the poll was like neck and neck, wasn't it? It was pretty close.
What poll?
We
Oh, the staff poll?
yeah, I was gonna have you guys decide like who the next mod is. One second, let me pull up Discord.
It was neck and neck. Oh, wow, it's tied.
Is it tied?
Yeah, it's tied.
Let me see. Poll of the week.
It was Habib versus...
Here, let me try it. Well, that's I said I would end the poll once office hours started today. So let's see.
Oh.
See
Well,
what
in that case, Habib...
Here, let's show the poll. What
Habib
message?
won it.
Wait, why can't I just like show the message? I just want to show the results. Thank you. What?
No, here, you have to right-click, go up, like scroll up,
Yes.
right-click on that,
Right click on
and
that.
copy the... No, the bot, like right-click on the text,
Okay.
and copy message link,
Oh, okay. I got you.
I think. I think that's how that works. I
Show.
didn't get to see the entire message, because I'm not cool enough.
Where is it? Dude, where's poll show? There we go. Poll show. Oh, and that's the message link I have to do? Oh wow, Habib did. Oh, right out front, dude, by 4 votes. Congrats, Habib. Hope you black pretty close too.
Congratulations, Habib.
I liked these votes. These were cool, actually. Yeah, no, I'm all for you guys determining like what happens in the Discord. Democracy. Yeah, right. It's nice. Voting is great. Like, voting is a very important thing. You know, it's one of these things I yell at all my. You know, you guys can't vote in elections because you're under 18, but to all the people who end up going to college and like whatever, like, yeah, please vote. Like, the world depends on you voting. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, my vote doesn't count." It definitely does. I've had a lot of cases where like votes, like election things were so neck and neck, and I'm like, I'm glad I got more people to vote. So, yeah, it was a fun, most active poll. Yeah, we had a lot of people on that poll. Wow, that's a lot of votes. Pretty cool. Yeah, sick. Here, I'll close it. All right, cool. I'll make an announcement about that, Habib. That's pretty cool. All right, yeah. Then what should we do? I did technically say I was gonna have another poll where I was gonna have to have the mod be confirmed. by at least, I think a 70% vote is what I told OP Black.
No. What you should do is have the mod vote next.
Okay, maybe I'll have the mods vote. I'll have the mods will vote to confirm. That's what we'll do. We'll have the mods vote to confirm
Yes.
Habib. Yeah, nice. Good job.
I'm a mod.
Yeah.
I'm the most inactive mod, but I'm a mod.
You are the most, you're pretty active. What are you talking about? I mean, I may have to trim actually some of the mods because some of the mods I haven't seen in a while. So.
Who mods do? What mod do we have? I don't see half the mods here.
It's also the
just
summer.
talk-
It's summer break and stuff. Like people are doing things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is students show but not associate class left?
Because I can't have like all the roles show, dude. That would be impossible in Discord.
Oh.
Like, if we had all the roles show
That
like
makes
all the time, like things would get really difficult. One sec, let me fix my.
Oh, there's only
Need to fix my TikTok
thing.
thing.
What is it called? There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 mods. So
There's 5 what?
there's only 5 mods.
Oh, there's only 5. That's it. Oh, okay. I thought it was more.
That's what I see. Is Ran, me, and Noise, Ethan, and Shaq.
Oh, okay. One sec. I need to move my camera here. It's too far to the right. Come to the left.
I thought it was
There we
me.
go. That's what I need. I have my keyboard. I have my camera over a little bit more because I gotta fit so many things on this desk. Okay, cool. That looks good.
I am still using the desk you got me.
Wow.
Obviously.
That's dope.
W desk.
W desk. I'm glad. I'm glad we worked.
It's a nice desk.
I know. I'm glad. I hope it is. I'm glad we got your parents to agree to that this is legit and that you deserve a desk. What's up, Noise?
Nah, they didn't agree. I kidnapped them.
Noise, I'm a big fan of all the help you do in the office hours chat. Big fan of students asking questions and then you talking about stuff. Yeah, this is all cool. Hypatia, any luck with the application? Yes, still working. Still working on it. Thank you though. But yeah, please keep me accountable. There's a lot. That application is really long. This is why I hate grants, honestly. Just grant writing is such a huge like pain in the ass to like write all these things up of like, hey man, like can I focus on like just helping kids and then, I need honestly, I have another board member, part of my nonprofit. His name's Nico, and he has a lot of experience writing grants. The other guy, Bond Me Boy, has a lot of experience like getting gifts from companies, but I haven't had much luck with them actually helping me do things lately to get help with this server. So I don't know. Be helpful. I appreciate anyone who helps because I only have so much time on my hands, and I'd like to focus on doing what I do best, which is teaching and helping grow a community and whatnot. Writing grants I can do, but it's just so much time is what it is, and I'm not the absolute best at it. Anyways, I digress. But another motto I have about in life is you can't fucking rely on anybody ever. You can always rely on yourself. So sometimes you just gotta get things done. You can't rely on other people to get things done because things just don't get done then. But it's a hard thing I have to deal with because I got to get good at delegating things to people. But a lot of the times I just get disappointed when I delegate things to people because it doesn't happen the way I want it to happen. And then I say, oh, I should have just done it. Maybe I got to get better at picking people to delegate things. My mods are great. I appreciate all the mods I have. Y'all are great. When I delegate things to you guys do everything great, which I really
It's
do appreciate.
me.
Yeah, I appreciate. You guys are great. You guys don't let me down. Okay, cool. Let's start off the stream. Welcome everyone to Office Hours. My name is Dr. Gold. This is Actual Education, the stream that helps you out with math, homework, science, homework. It's the summer. A lot of people out of class and whatnot. What's up, Ramton? Are you in your new apartment yet, Ramton?
No, next weekend is my move-in.
Next weekend.
Wait a minute.
Moving
Made a
weekend.
mistake.
What was his mistake?
I could have given you the address that's literally just down the street of Dr. Gold.
Yeah, he could have just moved next to me. Yeah, I'd have to give him a visa though. He needs a visa.
Oh wait, he's not a man.
I wonder if I probably could sponsor you, Ramton, with like a nonprofit visa. I have this power now. I think even Hypatia talked about this. Hypatia was like, "Could I get like put on?" Hypatia was like, "Can I get put on the legal documents so like they don't deport me or something?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, dude. Like whatever you need."
What?
Like, do you want to be a registered volunteer of a nonprofit? Sure. Oh man, paperwork's always funny.
Oh yeah, This is what my friend sent today.
What did he send? Oh, I see a lot of cool questions. I like this. What is the apparent solution set? This is cool. Let's post this in. What did you do? Where'd you send it to me? Did you DM it to me, Teacup, or what?
No, it's just in office hours.
It's in office hours. Okay, cool. Let me find. Oh wow, what is that? Is that a gun? Or that's a paintball gun?
That's a Spaz 12 shotgun.
Oh, that's an actual gun. Oh, is it? Oh wow, it's kind of a small barrel. Spaz 12. I remember that. I remember that from Counter-Strike. The Spaz 12. Spaz 12 was cool. Thank you, Sarah, for the like. Love it. Yeah, I like shooting guns. Guns are cool. Just don't bring them to school, please. What else? Yeah, so I'm wondering. So, with Noise taking the initiative here and teaching like all these students like new math that they want to know and whatnot, I'm almost wondering if I want to make like a dedicated channel or like office for Noise. Maybe Noise, give me some ideas like what you want. Like we could call it like I don't know, like extra learning or something, or Noise's corner. Like I don't know.
You could have like, don't you have voice chats as like Dr. Gold's channel, Shaq's channel?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I kind of like Noise's corner. Yeah, that's a good one, right?
You should give me a channel. It's just me ranting about tea.
Just the tea room. What about the tea room? We can give you the tea room.
Yeah.
So it's a debate, right? Because like we have a lot of channels in this Discord, right? And I want to try to keep things as clean as possible. So this is why you'll see that I'll remove channels and bring them back, depending on how active they are. Noise says, I feel like calling it... Noise says, I feel like calling it Noise's Corner implies I know things. I think you definitely know things, dog. What? We got to get over your imposter syndrome, dude. We got to work on that. Like, you know shit, dude. Because, like, I love this. I love all this stuff of you teaching, like, what was this? Like factoring, integrals, derivatives, limits. This is all cool shit. And I think this would be cool to. I like. Yeah, we were doing like the choose function and whatnot. This was very cool. Yeah, I gave like my 2-second explanation, and I was like, I know Noise is just actually gonna explain this. But yeah. You're a big brain man. Yeah, see, Noise, you're a big brain man. Someone else showed me actually. What was this? So we became discoverable on. I didn't realize that you could do that in Discord.
Oh, we can do. Oh wait, yeah. If we go to the Discover page.
Yeah, we're on the Discover page now for Discord, and I've started noticing people like just finding the Discord now.
Oh my god, we all.
Yeah, we're on the Discover page. I didn't realize we had hit the requirements, which we needed. I think 1,000 users and just some other shit, like whatever. But like we have it. And
oh, gold.
What's up, dude?
You want to see what happens?
On what? On the Discover page?
Yeah,
show me. Yeah, show me.
Those are the top 2 results.
If we go to what? If we go to education? Wow, we're number 3? What? Oh, damn.
Yeah, we're number 3.
Oh, okay. That's gonna definitely drive some traffic. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Look at that. We're number 3 there. If you just type in education. 1,000 communities for education. But so I put us in education, also gaming, because you know what someone showed me actually. I think it was Aspect. Yeah, Dark showed me this. There was another server that is like a much bigger version of what we do. Let me find it. Where was it? It was called here it is. Gora's Guide. Did you know about these people, Rampton? Gora's Guide or Gohar?
You should try to partner with them.
Well, I don't know. This guy, this guy, it's called Gohar's Guide. Have you heard of this person before?
Gohar Guide, not quite.
He's big. I mean, he's a partner server. And this is also, I think he's got like 120,000 users. So he's like, 100 times the size of what we are. Pretty active, but I like his structure. It's very similar to what I do, right? He's got a book club. He's got a chess club. He's got a fitness club. A lot of people in it. Very cool.
I think if we get that many, we might not be able to handle office hours.
I know. Well, so see here, and again, we can always expand office hours to more educators and more times and whatnot. I'm fine with that. It's okay.
What we should do is like every Sunday, if you have time, you can like do like 2 hours or 3 hours just office.
Yeah, noise. I've talked to the people at the official. I think it's the official physics Discord. Because I told them, I'm like, hey, I'm running an AP review session. Like, if you have any kids that need help with AP physics, like, I'm running it. And they basically, like shit-talked me. And they were like, They're like, we're not interested. Don't ever advertise on our server again. And I was like, excuse me? Like, the fuck? I just told you I was given like a free review session for AP Physics, and I don't know. This is the problem, dude. In a lot of some of this academia stuff, is you get a lot of gatekeeping. You get a lot of people who think like they're better than you, and they don't want. They think that somehow I'd be taking away from that by like adding, and I'm like, excuse me, dog. Like, chill. The other thing about Go Hard's guide, I will say, this tends to be, and this is a very important thing, like a big thing in life, is you need to realize like who your target audience is. What I see with this Go Hard guide and whatnot is like, it's cool. He's got a lot of good stuff for studying for tests and helping out and whatnot, but it seems to be for kids who already have their shit together and are just looking to get into Harvard. And I'm like, cool, all right, I know that game, Like, he has YouTube videos on like how to be valedictorian, and a lot of it is just like grade grubbing, taking as many AP classes, saving the hard ones for the end. I don't know. I don't like this shit. Like,
Oh, I'm thinking.
yeah, like it's cool to be valedictorian and whatnot, but like when you turn it into like a competitive game like that, it stops becoming about the learning. It starts becoming this like, I just don't like dealing with these people. Yeah, it's a little hard to follow. Yeah, not gonna lie. Yeah, and I know how this Go Hard guy makes money because I can see it. So if you go to his YouTube, like, congrats to him. I don't ever knock on people's success. Like, I'm glad that he's doing well, and he has something like 2.5 million subs or something. He's huge. I can't believe I've never heard of this guy. Why is my internet taking forever to load though? Jesus Christ. Go Hard guide. Yeah, where's this guy? Yeah, 2.7 million. But, like, I already know his market. He's like, I'm an MIT grad trying to help you survive school. And then if you go to his About page, it's like, well, if you want to get into college, I have a website here that he'll sell you a service where he'll basically review your college apps and whatever. Like, yeah, get into your top choice schools. I get it. This is...
Do you want to review my college application?
I mean, they have a thing here, man, for $60. Like, he'll review your app. He's like, look at all the team. Like, all our people get into Harvard and
Lord, if I'm
Princeton,
if
and
I'm still here when I get to college.
I don't know, like, accepted to Princeton, accepted to University of Chicago. It's great, yeah, great, awesome, be smart and whatnot. But I also, I get kind of annoyed with this because this is pay to play, is what it is. In order for you to get in this, you know the whole scam. What was it called? Varsity Blues? Is that the one, Ramton? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Sorry?
Do you know about Varsity Blues?
No.
Oh wait, it's not this one. Oh man, what is it?
But
Don't-
yeah, like I think one of the things that a lot of people overlook, like I know there's another like person who was like talking about like how you would get it into like Harvard and how you would get to MIT and stuff. And so like a lot of the times like I've seen some like there are some Instagram pages that I follow or some people here and there, and then they're like talking about like which schools this application gets to, right?
Sure.
And then they're like going through that application to talk about like which schools they would get to it, and it's like it almost seems like random at a lot of the times because like Ivy League, like they're like, oh, I didn't get into like Brown, but I got into like Harvard and Stanford,
Right.
and then I'm like, I mean, I feel like Brown should be like easier than like Harvard and Stanford or something like that. But then they're like, oh no, I got like rejected from every Ivy League school, but then I got into like MIT, and then I was like, I don't know, I feel like MIT should be like more difficult because it's like
Yeah.
MIT is better than Ivy League schools.
yeah, that's what I think as well. But then there are applications, and then in part of these applications, I see people are like, oh, I made a business and it's currently making what is it like $80,000 in like 6 months, and then I'm like, that's $160,000 of revenue that you're getting from like your business.
Sure.
Why are you going to university?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. If you already have that level of thing, unless you're trying to get into academia, there's no point in going to university if your business is making 160 grand a year and you don't even have a education. You're like 17.
You'd much better to use those 4 years to focus on your business that already works and then just go forward,
Exactly. And I think it comes down to one thing, is that not to downplay the fact that people who get in, but I feel like a huge factor of it is like, having the right connections.
Nepotism. It's a
Like,
lot of nepotism.
yeah, nepotism, having the right amount of money. Like, the thing is, like, a lot of people, I feel like maybe there's a handful of people who get on full scholarships,
Right.
and even those people, all the marbles have to fall into the right place. Like, they
Mm-hmm.
have to take the right exams.
Yep.
They've gotten the right grades. Like, even if you somehow have the perfect application for like all the schools and everything, but like I feel like, yeah, nepotism is huge aspect of it, unfortunately, which could be, you know it's something that could discourage a lot of people from wanting to go into education and just getting accepted.
Yeah.
Like, and I've met people who are from like really high end universities, and they're not like the brightest
No.
people like all the time. Like,
Uh-huh.
you would meet some people, but then their personality is always like,
Terrible.
fuck you, I've got the biggest LinkedIn followers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, I guess it makes sense. You go to Harvard, you like meet a bunch of billionaires,
Right.
and
And then
you
it's
don't
the
even
it's
need the
it's the good old
degree.
boys club at that point. At that point, it's just like the connections is what it is. Same thing with MBAs,
Yeah,
dude.
like, you don't even need the degree, because like a
Yeah.
lot of the jobs is about finding the connection.
Yeah, it's the same thing with MBA programs a lot. Like, I so those that go into business and whatnot, eventually your version of like grad school is getting an MBA. But a lot of people talk about how like what you learn in an MBA has nothing to do with business. Like, the real world is what teaches you how to like work in business. But people go to specific MBA schools to have the connections. Because they'll bring in like speakers that also went to that MBA school, and at this point, it just becomes like a social club that you're paying $100,000 for. I don't know. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But talk about like people who like, so there are legitimate, like this story, this one came up recently because Conroe is about like 10 miles away from where I grew up. And this girl was born in prison and ends up going to Harvard. And I loved how, I think the beginning of her personal statement was something like, so I was born in prison.
Yeah.
And I was like,
W.
cool. That's a great story.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I know all of these college essays are like important to see that um you've come across some kind of adversity and you overcome it.
Sure.
But then the thing is, like, the people who are going through like real adversity, they don't have the money.
Right.
And if you got a lot of money, you're not gonna go through much adversity because you're just gonna kind of,
Yeah, it becomes, yeah, you're, yeah, it's a catch-22, right? That's what it is.
yeah.
Yeah, Varsity Blues, the thing I was talking about earlier, there's a great documentary about this actually, I think on Netflix. And it talks about this guy Rick Singer, where what he would do is, and a lot of celebrities got caught in this, like Lori Loughlin got caught up in it, some other people, where he would place people. So colleges always have slots for sports athletes and whatnot. I remember because even in my school, we had two kids go to MIT. One of them was like a super nerd computer science guy. I'm like, cool, he deserves to go to MIT. And the other guy went to MIT for basketball. And I was like, excuse me, what?
Yeah.
Like MIT has a basketball team? Yeah, he went on a basketball squad. I'm like, he was decent at basketball. And he was also smart. But, and I don't think he was a part of this scheme, but this scheme was a big thing where this, college admissions advisor who was making millions of dollars would accept basically bribes from rich parents and then use those to bribe sports directors at colleges, being like, hey, can you put this kid on the rowing team or something, or on the tennis thing? And it's hilarious. Like they have like undercover footage of how like he would have them be photoshopped into sports pictures to like pretend that they were actually athletes and whatnot. And it's nuts, dude. Anyways, it's what I think is all wrong with like college and stuff. And college is great. You should go to college, but I don't like sometimes the game that gets played to get into it. It's like it's not cool. Anyways, yeah, go hard. This guy's cool. Would I partner with? Okay, so pardon?
Sorry, I was just looking at the screenshot chat. I was saying there are some cool questions.
There are. Yeah, let's go through some questions. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, Teacup, you're first up.
All
right, Teacup, what do we got here? Ooh, which is the apparent solution set to the system's equations graphed on the following grid? I like this. This is a good question, actually. Do you know what the solution set means?
The answers,
The answers.
like the
Okay.
points on the graph that are answered.
And what do you mean by answers? What does it mean for something to be an answer?
What causes the x-intercept?
Not the x-intercept. It's what causes the two graphs to intersect, is what we would say.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm
So
thinking of something else.
yeah, no, it's okay. So calling this like a systems of equations, you know, a system of equations usually looks something like this, like 3x plus y equals like 6, and like 2x minus y equals 5 or something, right? This would be an example of a systems of equations. Okay. In this case, these are both equations of lines, right? This would be two lines. And the solution set is the x and y points that causes both of these equations to be correct, is what it is. Okay? Do you see how, like, for instance, there is an x and a y that makes this true and this true? We could do it, but I'm not going to do it. All right. Cool. Those are linear equations. These, however, do you see how these are, like, curved and whatnot, right?
Yeah, these are parabolas.
These are parabolas. Good. Excellent.
These
Right.
have an x squared.
These probably have an x squared in it. Exactly. They do. Okay. So, in the same way of if you're graphing, like, let's say a systems of equations, like, I don't know, this was like, y equals 2x minus 3, and then, I don't know, this one is y equals minus 5x plus 6. This intersection point, that tells me the x and y where both of these statements are true. Okay? Or more so that the y values for each of them are the same. Okay? So,
Those are two answers on this one?
yes, good. There are two answers. Yeah, there are at least two.
The intersection point.
Yeah. So where they intersect, right? So you can see one of the places is here, right? So what's that point going to be?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I can't see the point.
It's okay. It's okay.
I think it's on -4.2. Oh, it's on -4.3.
-4.3. Yeah, it's right here. Okay. This is a point, right? So we would say that that one of the solution sets, one of the solutions is -4, 3. Okay. And then what about the other one?
-1, 0.
Nice, dude. Yeah, -1, 0. Yeah, very good. Good job, dude.
That it?
That's it.
Dang.
Yeah, you could have also, like, if you wanted to, and this is a good skill to have, is you could have determined what the equations were for both of these, right? This would have, for instance, been like, I don't know, y is equal to, I don't know, x squared minus 2, and this one's probably y equals, but there's also an offset to them, but yeah. Something else, blah, 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 blah. And then if you just set these equal to each other, you would get two solutions for x, because there's an x squared in there. Right? Okay. And that's how you would solve these. Cool?
I have a question.
What's up? What's up, dude?
Oh yeah, for one, sorry for giving you a crappy question. But,
No, that's a good question. That's actually a great one. I like this one.
If I want to ask a science question, how do I do that?
You can just because of the screenshots thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just type it out and take a screenshot. Because the screenshots channel only allows pictures. But you can also just text it out and but sometimes that gets lost in all the stuff, all the text that happens in our channels.
Yeah.
But yeah, the best way.
Office hours and more general too.
If it's more general, then yeah, just ask it during golden hour. That's a great one. But make sure to ask it kind of first in the channel, because yeah, we only went through half the questions last time, which is okay. I expect that to happen. What's up, Ash?
I'll be back.
You're good.
You could also type it out and then put in this screenshot.
Yeah.
Type it out and then take a screen capture or something.
Yeah, that's what I was suggesting you do. Yeah, just we have to create systems as we expand to make sure that things are coherent or easier for me to manage. So.
Thank you, monsieur.
You're very welcome, dude. Okay, here. Ethan. Ethan, what's up? Ethan, you here? Where's Ethan? Adam 80 also has a cool question. He says, "What do you think about students using ChatGPT to do their homework?" Ooh, I will speak about my my comments on that one. I think we've done that during a golden hour session too. Where's
Hello.
Ethan? What's up, Ethan, dude? How's the summer?
It's going fine.
Okay, cool.
Also, I'm playing the new Fortnite season.
Oh, sick. Yeah, we're gonna play that later today. We'll do the new Fortnite season. Is it cool?
Kinda,
It's kind
but
of cool.
it's like, yes, it is true, but I've really got to explore it.
Okay, I'm down. I'm down to explore it. Yeah, Ashley Ash
But yeah,
said, Dr. Gold, you go live on TikTok too. I just saw that shit on my FYP. Yeah. That's the point. Spread the content as much as we can. Everywhere. Help all the kids. Okay. What's up, Ethan? You need help with this one? Scale factors. That's fun.
yeah. See, I kind of have trouble finding
What do you have trouble with?
finding the scale factor.
Okay. Do you know what a scale factor is?
No,
Okay.
no, I don't.
Scale factor is like how much something is like magnified or like compressed. Okay. The big example I like of these, maybe Noise probably knows these, or maybe Ramson, because this is like old school toys. Like here, let's think of what is it? It's like model car scale, like yeah. Here we go. Did you ever have these, Ramton? You ever have these model car kits?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are like super fun. I wonder if kids still even do these anymore. Yeah, look at this. So, yeah, these are cool. I mean, you've had Hot Wheels cars probably, Ethan, right? You've had Hot Wheels cars and stuff.
I never had those.
Okay. So whenever you buy like one of these cars, like or even like airplanes, a lot of times they'll have these numbers. You'll see it's called a scale factor, where it'll say like 118, 124, 137. Do you see that here?
Yeah, I see. What does that do?
Good. All right. So what that means is that for every 1 foot.
Second?
Yeah. So when it says like 118, for instance, what that means is every 18 inches on the car is 1 inch on a model car. So every 18 inches on the real car is 1 inch on the model car.
Okay.
That's what a scale factor is. Do you see how it's kind of like a magnifying thing, or I guess they do feet. Whatever, doesn't matter what the units are. Yeah. So, for instance, every 112 means every 12 feet on a real car would be represented by 1 foot on a model car.
All right.
All right. And then you can see, right, as it goes further and further down, these are like ratios too. These are fractions, basically. Like 164, that means the model car is even smaller because every 64 feet of a real car is only 1 foot on a model car. Okay.
All
Same thing here. So when we do scale factor, I assume we're doing it between this triangle and this triangle. Like these are our two triangles. Do you see how we have like two like inscribed triangles here, Ethan?
Yes, it's a big one and then a little one there.
Good, yeah.
I see those.
This is called an inscribed triangle because it's inside the other triangle, and it shares the sides and stuff. Okay.
All right.
Sensation Black says, so what you're saying I should build a model bigger than the real thing. Got it. Yeah, build me a reverse scale Ferrari, please. And then ship it here, Sensation, please. Okay. All right, so scale factor, Ethan. All right, scale factor, right? We could say is equal to, let's say, like the big side over the small side. Okay. And what we want these sides to be is we want them to be like the same type of side. So, for instance, for the green triangle, the green one's the big one, right? This is the big one, and then this is the red one. I want to make sure I'm using the same type of side, right? Okay. So let's pick. Let's pick one of the sides on the green one that we know.
Isn't it the 20 and a 14 then?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. So see, I could say this side is one of them, right? And I'd say that's 34. Okay, that's the big side. What would be the corresponding side for the smaller triangle?
20.
Good. Yeah. There you go. So that's your scale factor. It's just 34 over 20.
Oh wait, can't you simplify that?
Correct. We can. Yep. So what would I simplify that to?
Hold on. So, since 2 can go into both of them, it would be like, would it be like 17 over 5 or something?
So if 2 goes into 34, how many times does 2 go into 20?
17 over 10.
17 or 10. Yeah, it's good. The other way to write this is 1.7. It's another way to do things.
Oh.
Cool.
And that's your scale factor?
Yeah. Yeah, scale factor.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Now here's the cool thing about scale factor, right? Is that whatever the side is for the smaller one, you can multiply that by the scale factor to get the bigger one. Okay. So let's
Oh,
see.
so you gotta use the
Well,
Pythagorean theorem.
well, you don't have to yet. One sec. Where's side A on this thing? Sorry. What? Where's A? I see B. Oh, I see. AB. They want the length of this side. Oh, okay. Yeah, this one.
Yes, I already know the answer to that. It's 9.2.
Good. Yeah, this one used the Pythagorean theorem, right? And then, do you know how to get this one? Do you know how to get CD?
I think you multiply 9.2 times 1.7, right?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because this is right the vertical side of the small triangle. This is the vertical side of the big triangle. So converting this one to this one, you just multiply by the scale factor.
But and which I can assume is like 15.64.
Yeah, probably. Wait, 1.7 times 9.2. Yeah. Yeah, it's about that. Cool.
No, check it on your calculator.
He says check it. He says check it. All right, I'll pull the calculator. I got you, dude. Okay, let's do it. 9.2 times 1.7. 15.64. Is that what you got?
Like, that's what I said.
Nice, dude.
And you know one thing.
What's up,
You
brother?
know one thing.
What's up, dude?
You remember that? You remember that other question about the surveyor 100-meter thing?
Yes. We did that one, I think.
That. Yeah, we did. But the thing is that it was a take-home test. That was a part of a take-home test.
Oh, wow, okay. So you did well on it? Because we helped you with it, I guess, right?
Yeah, I got 98
What's
on
up,
the
Ash?
test.
Ash is bouncing around from TikTok to Discord to everywhere. That's too funny. Good. Are you done with school, Ethan? Are you done? Are you completely done with stuff?
Almost done.
Nice. That's dope, dude. I like the summer. Summer's nice. Let's see. Okay, what other questions do we have in the screenshot? Jamarcus. Oh wow, this is a cool one. Is Noise already going over like U substitution with Jamarcus? I thought we were doing the limit definition of derivatives. Wait, you're already up to U sub. That's impressive.
Noise was actually talking to me about complex numbers.
Oh, sick. Yeah,
Or
no,
no, it was.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate Noise helping you guys out with all the math stuff, and I'll drop bond coins every once in a while when I see like you guys are learning stuff. I think it's very cool. Noise says I haven't touched integration yet. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, this is where's Jamarcus? X squared. What do you mean X squared? What about it X squared? What's up? Oh, oh, you're showing him antiderivatives. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. This is a little more complicated, Jamarcus, for you to do without knowing U sub. I mean, you can do it manually, but man, it sucks. Like expanding a fifth order polynomial, like no, I don't want to do that. That's a lot. You know what? Actually, fuck it. I'll show you both ways. That's okay, because I can have Wolfram Alpha just do it for me. So, okay. Jamarcus, you've learned how to do basic integrals. So, for instance, they're called antiderivatives. I don't like that they called them antiderivatives. That always like kind of messed with me. I was like, what? You taught them binomial expansion? Yeah, right? Yeah.
I think with this question, it might be a little bit difficult for him to grasp it because
Yeah.
he has to know chain rule first.
Yep.
So I feel like unless you're grinding it out term by term, then U substitution.
Oh,
is gonna
because
be a little bit-
oh yeah, because even with U sub, we still have to teach them the chain rule. Is that what you're saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
So
He says, "Speeds, I haven't done anything about integrals. It's okay. Here, it's okay, Jamarcus. I'm gonna show you the hard way to do it. But I'm gonna kind of cheat by like using a computer to do the expansion for me, and then when you get to knowing how to do the chain rule and use substitution and whatnot, we can do it using that, and then you'll see how there's a much easier way to do it. So I like doing this sometimes, being like, yo, here's the hard way, and then it makes you really appreciate why we have tools to do things an easier way. So, Jamarcus, you know how to integrate. Let's say, for instance, I had the integral of let's give it a nice number. Let's say 6x to the third dx. Do you know how to integrate this, Jamarcus? You don't. Okay, that's fine. So here, I'm going to show you a basic integration rule, which I think Noise has kind of shown you. So when you have a simple number and an exponent like this and whatnot, this means integrate, and then this is the variable you're integrating with respect to. All you have to do is raise this power up by 1, and then, so that's going to cause it to become a 4, right? And then you need to divide by the new power, okay? So the integral of 6x cubed would then end up being 6/4 x to the 4th, technically plus c. Don't worry about this yet. And so this is basically just 3/2 is what we would say. Okay. Yeah, very good. Yeah, Noise says that's why I taught him the limit definition of a derivative. Yes, good. Yeah. Dude, everyone in calculus always complains, like, why do we learn the limit definition of the derivative first and then they just learn the power rule? Yeah, I know. I think you should learn the limit definition first. I agree it's kind of annoying that you learn a really nice trick afterwards, but learning the limit definition of things will help you out later in life when you get to higher level classes and whatnot. It helps to know how to do those limits and how to do tricks with them. Yeah, it's a good skill to have. I agree. It's one of those, like, man, dude, why did we learn the hard way first? But yeah, okay. So yeah, that's what this is. So here's kind of the key thing here. Okay, if I'm going from A to B, right, and I integrated, you can also, the reason why they call this the antiderivative is because it's the opposite of taking a derivative. Because if I wanted to go from B back to A, all I would do is take the derivative. Okay? So you can, the limit definition from a graph, you can. I really like, I need to do a video on that. That's one of the more elegant things I like. I really do like the graphical limit definition of a derivative. It's pretty. So here, let's say we started with B here, right? 3/2 x to the 4th, and I wanted to take the derivative of that. What would that become, Jamarcus? What's the power rule for derivatives? 6x cubed. Yes, exactly. Yeah, very cool. Very good job. Nice. Perfect. Do you notice how this answer, right, is exactly the same thing that we started with? Yeah, right. Yeah, that's why we call it the antiderivative. Yeah, because if I integrate something, I get this. But then if I derive this, I get the same thing back. And this will go into later things. For instance, like the integral of d dx is the same as... Is this just the function? Is this how it works? And then, like, the derivative of, like, a function, the integral of a function is just, I think, the function. I think this is how this works. It's called the fundamental theorem of calculus, I think. But basically, yeah, integrals and derivatives... Integrals are antiderivatives, so they kind of cancel each other out.
You're missing a dx on
I am.
the
On which one?
on both of them, because there would be a dx here. and a
Okay,
dx.
yes. Got you. Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
when you it's just the integral of this, like, yeah, the integral and the derivative are opposite of one
Right.
another.
Right.
So, like, maybe at some point, if Jamarcus, you learn what's it called, inverse functions.
Ooh,
you
yeah.
can think about you can think about as inverse operations as well. So, like, multiplication and division are inverses of one another, and then addition and subtraction are like inverse of another.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, it's like if you have addition of something, if you add two things and you get something, then you have to subtract to get back to, like, one of the things that you started with. And then, so, like, you can kind of think about it this way as well. Like, if you integrate a derivative, then you get the original, or if you differentiate the integral, then you get the original, because these two are opposites of one another.
Yeah. No Noise. It's not a bad teacher moment. It's okay. Yeah, it's always good to check in with people to see, like, do you understand this? Do you understand this? Because yeah, there's all, especially when we go into. This is why kids in the U.S. take pre-calc and they hate pre-calc, because it seems like it's a random collection of topics. Because you do like trig functions, but then you do conics, and then you do, I don't know, like combinatorics sometimes, and it seems like to be all these random things, but it really is getting you the tools necessary in order to do calculus. That's why it's called pre-calc. And I think pre-calc is probably harder than calculus because there doesn't seem to be a progression. In calculus, when you take the course, everything seems to build upon what you learned previously. So there seems to be like a story that you're following. You're like, oh, cool, I learned the limits, and now the limits are used to do the derivatives, and now the derivatives are used to do the power rule and the chain rule. And then, oh, now we have rate of change, and like everything is related to itself, and it feels like it makes more sense. Whereas pre-calc, they just like throw a salad at you, and they're like, have fun. I don't like conics. Noise says he doesn't like conics. I think conics are dope. I think people don't talk about like where conics come from. I think is a big thing, right? Noise, do you know where conics come from, dude? I'm sure you do. You're a smart kid.
I like the question Noise is also asking.
Oh yeah.
Good linear algebra.
Yes, I have to teach linear algebra today too, so that's actually a really good thing. Where's conic sections, like the 3D thing? Yeah, this is like super cool. Oh, I like that people make art about this. This is fun. But yeah, I think conics is another thing they teach in pre-calc, but they never like explain where it comes from and like why it's useful. And it's cutting two cones with a plane in different ways. And it creates different, I guess, projections on it, which is cool. All right, let's see. Let's do Habib's, and then we're gonna watch me struggle in linear algebra. the pain. Okay. A website uses the formula above to calculate a seller's rating R based on the number of favorable reviews F and the number of unfavorable reviews. Okay, that's pretty cool. Which of the following expresses the number of favorable reviews in terms of other variables? Oh, this is algebra. Yeah. Ash says, fuck algebra? What? No, algebra's nice. I like algebra. Ash, did you wake up in the morning and choose violence? All right, here, 1 second. Let me give this so I don't forget. It's not that bad, just scalar product, not shitload algebra. If memory serves me. Algebra sucks. Algebra's great. I liked algebra. I think algebra is one of the most useful math classes you learn. Anyways, okay, Habib, what's up? Do you know how to do this one? It's actually this is just a lot of. What time does this end? Ends in about 10 or 20 minutes, Ash. Then we're gonna play Fortnite. You want to play Fortnite? We'll play Fortnite with us. There's a new season. If you pass my test, we can talk about it. Yes. I don't remember how to do it though. It's okay. So this is an expression for rating. If you sell things on eBay, you want to be a nice seller. And it's in terms of different things here. And so this expresses the rating in terms of favorable reviews and not favorable reviews. But now they want to express the number of favorable reviews F in terms of everything else. Okay? So all this is here, Habib, is just rewriting this in terms of F. Okay? What do you think the first step is here? There's a bunch of ways to do this, but I have like a general strat. We want to try to get F equals is what we want to do. Multiply, good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So a lot of times if I see like a fraction here and I see something here by itself, I'm just going to put a 1 over this. And then we're going to do the butterfly. What do you guys call it? The butterfly method? Like cross multiply and whatnot. So this just becomes R times N plus F is equal to 1 times F, which is just F. Okay. Now you can distribute that way. So this is Rn plus Rf is equal to F. Wait until you do statistics, homeboy. Dude, statistics is not that bad. I don't know why statistics hurt you so much. Noise. Okay, this is a common trick. If you see, for instance, the variable you want and it's attached to other things, just kind of put them all next to each other, and we're gonna factor it out. Is what we're gonna do. So I'm going to minus RF here. I'm going to minus RF here. So now we're left with Rn is equal to, where's my pen? There we go. Is equal to F minus RF, okay? Next step is to factor out the F, because that's the thing I'm trying to isolate. So if I factor that out, this is a good question, Habib. What am I left with if I factor out the F from this? What's here? What do you get there? RF? Not quite. Not quite. Think about it. Whatever is in here, if you redistributed it, you need to get back the same thing, okay? So here's what I do. When I factor, I say, okay, cool, F is out. F times what gets me F again? You don't know? Okay. What if it was like F times 1? You see how F times 1 gets me F? Yeah, it's good. Good, Jamarcus, yeah. Good. And then the next step is this times what, right, gets me RF. Yeah, you see it? See it? Yeah, R. This is why this is R. Okay, cool. Awesome. So now we have our F, like, all by itself, or, like, free of the things. Now we can divide this by both sides. We can divide both sides by 1 minus R. That just gets rid of this. Goodbye. And so we're left with F is equal to Rn over 1 minus R. Is that one of the choices? It is. There she is. Good job, Habib.
Also, just to add something to this.
Yes,
as
please,
well,
Ramsey. Yeah, what's up?
Because like I feel like this is something that I like to always tell people.
Yes.
Is that math and physics? I mean, physics is even more, but even math, it's not about memorizing formulas. It's about understanding formulas. So they already gave you this formula, right? So let's think about what happens if we want to interpret what this means.
Yes.
So your rating is equals to, so like try to, instead of looking at this formula with a bunch of variables in it, think about like what it means. So rating is equals to favorable over favorable plus unfavorable, which is favorable over total. Right? So you see, like, this formula is pretty intuitive as well when we talk about it. It's the total favorable divided by what percentage or what fraction of the total amount of ratings that someone has received is favorable. And then that's what we get rating. So it's kind of cool to always, like, when you see a formula like this, try to think about what it also means in terms of like a practical example. So then that's something as well that you can take away from this problem. That,
yeah, I like.
You can always think about this in terms of like intuitive sense, right? The formulas are nothing crazy. It's not always a bunch of jibber jabber and letters. They have like a meaning to them, and to like have that in mind when you solve problems as well. It's always like something that is gonna give you a lot more intuition as well.
Yeah, it's I really like that. Yeah, because when I saw this, I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, this is just percent, right, that are favorable. But they don't say that anywhere here, right? They just say it's the rating. And so you have to recognize that. But yeah, but the interesting thing is, I wouldn't know intuitively how to know my favorable reviews based on the other things. Like, I wouldn't know intuitively how to guess which one that was.
Like, but looking at this thing in total,
like looking at the answer here, right? This to me like doesn't that to me I can't intuitively see that. I can see that this is like percentage.
That makes sense. I think what you can do, like, I think with this one takes a little bit more of mental gymnastics.
Yeah, right.
If you wanted to think about it intuitively. But one thing I can say though is that once you understand the rating, because it's favorable over total, you know that this number is between 0 to 1.
Right.
So at least the thing you can do is when you come here and you have R minus 1 in the denominator, because this makes it negative.
Right.
You can cross.
Ooh, I like that. That's very smart.
so somehow sometimes it happens that, I mean, like people turn to be better at algebra than intuition.
Yes.
But if your understanding is really well, like, and you couldn't solve this algebra problem, you could eliminate two of the problems. So
Which
now
is already
you
giving
have
you a
you can,
50-50 shot. Yeah.
yeah, instead of a 25%, you can go into 50-50,
Right.
right? And then with this one, it would be kind of hard to try to justify why is it Rn and not n over 1
Well, maybe
minus
maybe you
r.
could
So
maybe you could do the analysis though, right? Because you know that R is a percentage, right? And that N is the number of favorable reviews.
yeah,
And then so this is also a percentage. So
yeah, I guess it would kind of make sense that the units,
the units, I think from the
uh,
unit standpoint, you could do it.
but actually R is unitless
True.
because it's like vote under over vote.
Oh, I see. So
Like,
these have the same units then.
they have the same units.
Oh,
So
okay.
like that's sometimes the trick with the dimensional analysis as well. You
Right.
have to make sure the thing you're looking for is not unitless.
Right.
But that's a cool way of thinking about it. To be honest, I passed first year chemistry by unit analysis. I studied like, yeah, honestly, I studied like less than 10 hours throughout the entire term, and I was like just breezing through chemistry because I was so good. I was just good at a unit analysis,
Yeah.
and that's something that like helps you a lot, even in an intuitive sense. Both in like that's something that they don't do in math, and like
Right.
if
There
you
are no
have,
units on things.
yeah, so like you don't think about the units, but like if you assign units because math always represents some real life or some kind of visual representation,
Hmm.
you can eventually get to the answer
I agree.
even from
You could
thinking
also like
about
if you forget equations, it's a really big thing to be able to remember the units so that like the one that I always see kids always getting wrong, right, is that distance is equal to velocity times time.
yeah.
Like they always forget like for instance that like t is d over v instead of, sometimes they say, "Oh, t is v over d." And I'm like, "No, no, no." If you remember, for instance, that distance is always in meters and that velocity is in meters over seconds, then it has to be d over v in order for you to get seconds on the top for them to match. So, yeah, dimensional analysis is super useful. If you forget equations, you can almost rederive them a lot of times by just looking at the units and be like, "Oh, I need this to be squared. I need this on the top. I need this on the bottom." Noise says, "Saved me in PChem." I don't know if PChem is called inorganic here, but that's crazy. You're already taking PChem? PChem's a college class.
No, I took physical chemistry also.
Did you?
Like
What's
is
in
it the
physical
whole,
chemistry? What's in physical chemistry?
if I'm not mistaken, is like all of the um what's it called? Some molar mass and what do they call it? When you have to like mix acid and bases.
Oh, titrations.
Titration, yes.
Oh, that's PChem with titrations? Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think so. If
Okay.
I'm not, I guess
Yeah.
they call it something else.
I think we just call it chemistry in high school. But yeah, we've
Yeah, they called it chemistry for me as well. I found out it's called PChem in uni.
yeah. I wish I still did it in computer science instead of computer. Yeah, computer science is a useful language. Good to know how to code. All right, no, sorry. So let's wrap. Let's do yours. Ooh, I like this. Write down a vector normal to the plane. I have this textbook. Thank you, Noise, for giving me the linear algebra textbook. Okay. A vector normal to the plane. Is that going to just be... Is that 2 comma minus 2 comma 1? Am I correct with this?
Yeah.
Yes. I will at some point finally like remember the whole like it's something like if this is the plane and then this is like R and then this is like R hat or something, and I think it's like R hat cross P equals N dot or R vector dot N, I think is what it is. Something like this.
Yeah, I guess I think what you're referring to that derives essentially this equation kind of
Yeah.
is that R dot N
Yes.
is equals to where R in here is just x, y, z.
Right.
It's just some point on the plane is equals to b dot n,
Mm-hmm.
where b is a point on the plane that you know.
Yes.
A point on the plane that you know. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Essentially, what this comes from is r minus b
Yes.
dotted with n
Yes.
is equals to 0, and it makes sense because r minus b gives us a vector that is parallel. So this is a vector parallel to the plane.
Good. Yep.
How parallel to the plane, and then when you dot it with the normal, you get 0.
Yeah. Because
And then when you like distribute it,
whenever
it
guys,
becomes-
whenever you have like two vectors, let's say like A and B, the vector that connects the endpoints of those two vectors, for instance here, this would be B minus A, is what it is. And so if, for instance, I have a vector B and a vector R,
a a minus b.
is it
This
A minus B to go from the endpoint of A to the endpoint of B?
Yeah,
Is A minus B? I think it's B minus
Wait,
A.
no, you're right. You're right.
I think it's B minus A. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you have, for instance, a point on the plane and there's a normal, and then you have another point just somewhere on the plane, right, subtracting those two vectors will always give you another vector that's parallel to the plane. It's in the plane. And that has to be perpendicular to the normal vector everywhere. Yeah, that's where that comes from. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, this is cool stuff. Okay. Wait, okay, but now we get harder. Uh-oh. Pain is coming. Another plane has the equation px plus 7z equals 3. The angle between the two planes is 60 degrees. Find in exact form the possible values of p. Oh, wow. This doesn't have a dependence on y, though. So this is in the xz plane. Is that what we say? It must be, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, essentially, this is P07
Oh,
dotted with
okay.
YZ.
Got you. Uh-huh. Okay. And does it work the same way that if I dot product these two with each other that I get cosine of the angle in between them?
Kind of, but not quite.
Okay.
It's kind of like by the definition of dot product.
Because I know this is 2 minus
Right.
2 and 1, right? And then, yeah, you're right. This is P01. So what? Let's call this like A. Let's call this B. Does this hold?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
You know, they always teach dot products, and I always get sad that they don't really like describe what a dot product is. I have a TikTok video on it, but I like to think of dot products as like how much like a shadow of another one is. Like, and I've had a couple kids where like I show them this, and they're like, "Oh my god, that makes so much sense." Right? If this is A and then this is B, then let's move around. A dot B is kind of like equal to this. It's like the shadow that A makes on B times B. This does not look fun to do. Nobody says like, not trying to be mean or anything, Noise, but how the fuck is this your favorite math? I think it's cool. You know, it's definitely my weaker section of math. Because I don't really teach it very much. Because not many kids get to linear algebra, honestly. But it is one of the cooler ones. Especially if any of you guys ever want to do anything with visualization, or for instance, video games, or any sort of 3D stuff. Knowing linear algebra is super handy. Like it's one of the number one tools they need. Yeah, linear algebra is the best. And it's it has a lot of applications in computer science, in websites, all sorts of algorithms, solving things. Yeah, linear algebra is cool. Questionable. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so
Yeah, I remember when I took my linear algebra course, there was like the first one and the second one.
yeah,
People were saying, "Oh yeah, I remember I used to hate linear algebra, but now it's my favorite course."
yeah.
And I remember by the time that I took it, I was like, "I hate this so much. I cannot think of a moment that I will like this." And then now it's my favorite subject,
Yeah,
and so it's weird because like you would never think you would ever like this,
yeah.
and you would like I love it now.
I think it's getting over the hump. Like there's this hump of being able to visualize things in 3 dimensions that it makes things difficult. And then once you get over that, I think everything starts to fall into place. This
Yeah,
this
and
is
like for me, it was also because I see a lot of it.
yeah, but I was gonna say this is different though than vector calculus, right? Like path integrals and surface integrals,
Well, not actually, like not quite. So
or
like
like Green's theorem.
essentially when you yeah, like when you learn all of these stuff, because this is just vectors that don't change directions,
Uh huh.
or it's just like a static vector, right?
Right.
But you could have a vector or like somewhat like a vector equation that like it's like an ant
Uh huh.
that you give it some kind of a path
Yeah.
and it follows that path, and that path depending on where you are is gonna like be different. And so you would define this by like some kind of like
Parametric equation,
uh
right?
parametric equation, yeah, that like depending on like you can go based on like time, right?
Uh huh.
Like at each time it's going to be at a different location, and it kind of is defined by like some vector that
Right.
changes its direction
Right.
at every moment.
Yeah. No, this is super cool stuff. I just remember I used to always get hung up on Green's theorem and certain other theorems, which I think is kind of taking more of the derivative based stuff of linear algebra.
Yeah, the Green's theorem, or like Stokes theorem as well. Like
Stokes, that's it.
eventually you could get to a point where you can have the um all of this be true in every dimension.
Mm-hmm.
So like Stokes theorem and what's it called? Green's theorem and the divergence theorem. All of these end up becoming like one simple formula that like eventually if you want to like write it down, it's gonna be like something very generic, but it has like a lot of application where it's like the integral of uh this is what we call a one form.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes you know this, and this is over the boundary, like we can call it some manifold M,
Uh-huh.
and then this becomes over the area. So like
Uh-huh.
this becomes like something really cool that maybe at some point we'll build on it like slowly as we
Yeah, we'll
go.
slowly get to that.
Maybe
I need to honestly remind myself, just like even what like this is, I'm just like, uh-oh.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, noise. But to wrap yours up, we're gonna use this definition for the dot product. So I'm gonna say that the magnitude of A times the magnitude of B times cosine of theta is equal to A dot B. Magnitude is very similar to doing anything with the Pythagorean theorem. All you do is you square all the components, you add them up, and you square root it. So for the A here, it's 2 squared plus 2. Oh, I fucked this up. 2 squared plus 2 squared, which is 8, plus 1, which is 9. Square root of that. Oh, it's just 3. Oh, I like that. That's nice. That's really nice. Big fan of that one. And then this one is the square root of p squared plus 0 squared plus 1 squared. So it's just p squared plus 1. A dot B, if we do it in component form, is just this times this plus this times this plus this times this. So that's just going to be 2p plus 1. So I know that 2p plus 1 has to equal 3 square root of p squared plus 1 times the cosine of theta. Okay. Oh. Pardon? Oh, yeah, 60 degrees. We do have it. You're so right. Yeah. Cosine of 60 degrees. Is that 1/2? I think it's 1/2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay. So 4p plus 2 equals 3 square root of p squared plus 1. Ooh, interesting. There's a lot of values for p here, I think, right? Because if I square both sides, that's, oh man, that's ugly. 16p squared plus 16p plus 4 is equal to 9p squared plus 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. These cancel to give me 7p squared plus 16p plus 3. Oh, wait, I didn't. No, sorry. I forgot the 9. I forgot the 9. It's minus 5. Right, yeah. Equals 0. Does anything multiply to 35 but add to 16? No.
I think 7 and 5 are the only things. So
Yeah.
you
So
have to use
this is gross. I gotta use the Pythagorean theorem, really? I really don't. I don't want to use that Pythagorean
or
theorem.
like the quadratic.
Sorry, not the Pythagorean. Sorry, quadratic. You're so right. Jesus, my head, dude. Okay, one sec. Let me turn my calculator on. Oh, also, my OBS preview looks terrible. What did OBS just do? Excuse me? Okay. All right. So you can always do this with the calculator. So I'm just going to say 7x squared plus 6. Oh, no. I hate this calculator does the exponent thing. Don't do that. Plus 16x minus 5. Tracer out. What do we get? Cool. P can be negative, I guess, right? Yeah, because we have p squared in the square root. Okay, calculate the zeros.
No, it can be.
Yeah, it can be, right? Yeah, because we were squaring the square root. Okay, 0.278. I don't like that. Is it really these ugly answers? Was it something nice? Noise. Would have liked it to be something nice.
What are the two values?
0.278 and negative 2.56. I think both of those are okay. Anyways, presuming that my quadratic equation is correct, that should be good. Okay, cool. Good question. I like that noise. Not too bad. Okay. Cool. Yes, it's disgusting. Sorry, radical. It's a disgusting. Yeah, that's totally fine. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. Thank you everyone for coming to office hours. Lots of good questions today. Keep them up. I like them. You know, keep us on our toes with some fun stuff here. Linear algebra is easy, dude. Dude, this meme is great. Noise. I'm a big fan of this meme. Yeah, awesome. Okay, next stream will be Wednesday, an hour later. We're gonna do that at 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll have another golden hour Thursday. I'll have something on Friday, and then after that, just a heads up, I'm gonna be gone for a week. So maybe I'll have Rampton and Hypatia run some streams if they want. I know you're gonna be busy moving this whole weekend, Rampton, but if you're not too like super, swamped with moving and stuff, I can still stream on Monday next week, but Wednesday after that, I'm out of town for a whole week. So, you guys
next Wednesday?
next Wednesday. I'm out next Wednesday. I fly out next Tuesday.
Okay. I think it should be fine actually, because once I move in, then I'll slowly unpack. And
I know,
a lot
yeah.
of our stuff is gonna be there.
Yeah,
We'll set it up like in the first few days anyway. So
right.